So we were just talking about, I'm gonna go back into Design Library, why I love Design Library so much is because I could go through and I can select different album layouts. I'm not a huge person with putting words through my album, but if I have clients that would like words, like there are already layouts that are designed with words in different lines and all of that fun stuff that you may or may not want to incorporate with your albums. In addition, we all know that all albums aren't a square size. So I build a lot of my albums 8 by 8, 10 by 10, 12 by 12. But even with the off sizes, not the off sizes, but the non-square sizes, they have album layouts for that. So like your kind of 8 by 10 type of size or 8 by 12 types of sizes, which are like the magazine format. But you can switch sizes and play around with that. So this is one of the lovely features that I love here, that I can go ahead and select, and I can mix and match, right? So if I can float between designs, and of course you have to be very strategic about how you're doing that, but I can float between designs. If I like one concept in one, another concept in another, I can kind of mix match like the both of them and kind of play around with that. So I love the options that this design library gives me for my albums. And like we just talked about albums, it's the same thing for your wall collections. So when I first started selling wall art, I was just selling them in like single pieces. And I was like, how do I figure out like how things look well together and fit well together? Well, all I had to do was just come here and I can see what type of groupings that these collections were in. And as long as I understood the sizes and I had that in there, I can go ahead and just price the entire collection and kind of drag and drop the pictures, which is why I love these album or these wall art collections for great, great inspiration. And then you have your stock rooms. And I swear by the stock rooms as well. We all know a lot of these gallery companies are now adding stock rooms, and some CRMs are adding stock rooms to their IPS side. And so that's cool for people who want to go that route. I like the fact that Fundy, one, has a multitude of stock rooms that I can choose from, and I can create like 3 or 4 different types of rooms that I would want to put my pictures on. In addition, I've even gone as far as uploaded rooms from my clients. So my clients would go ahead and take pictures of their space, you know, when I would tell them to tape a piece of paper on that wall, so that once I upload that picture, all I have to get is the aspect ratio of that piece of paper, and then everything else will show in real time based off of the size of what that paper looks like. So it gives my clients a realistic idea of how large or small their wall art would be in their own space. And I find that some people really enjoy that option, especially if I'm doing this virtually. When I'm doing this in person, I still use Fundy to build out the albums, but I actually bring prints with me in person, and I have people go through their house. I have a 20 by 30 acrylic and a 20 by 30 canvas, and they can walk through their house and put it in different places to see what that will look like. And they enjoy like touching and holding and going through their house and putting that as well. So those are the kind of ways that I use Fundy and why I always like the design library.